Hello everyone! So I'm back on YouTube once again to do another Blu-ray haul. But before that, let's talk about what recently happened. So I made a video on Bill Maher at like 1 a.m. in the morning, and currently, right now, as it stands, it's one of my most viewed videos ever. So checking the app, it is at 1,620 views. 1,620 views, and I never expected this kind of reaction before, so yeah, that's interesting. There's people that are in support of me, some people don't support my statements on Bill Maher and what happened with Stan Lee. If you want more on that, just check out that video. It's probably in the featured title place somewhere. So yeah, let's get into the movies I picked up. I can't remember how many movies I picked up, and I hope these are all of them, so let's go through it. So since tomorrow is Mickey Day, celebrating Mickey, this is a movie I watched. It's not a movie, it's just a collection of 13 short films. I actually kind of like it. It's pretty nice. Next up is Big Trouble in Little China. I haven't checked this movie out, but honestly, it looks kind of cool. I mean, I know some people really don't like it, so I'll be the judge of that for myself. Next up, Game Night. Game Night was a very funny movie when I when I was just making the shorts. Or Game Night is a movie that I really loved coming out of the theater, and it's definitely not one of the best of the year, but it was very funny, and that's what I like about it. Next up is the Heavyweights, Rocky, the Heavyweight Champion Edition, and Creed. I was catching up on the Rocky franchise before Creed 2 comes out next week, because I do plan on reviewing Creed 2, and I just wanted to get some background, because I'd never seen a single Rocky movie before. Never seen them before, and I powered through all 7 of those movies, and I really enjoyed them. The Princess and the Frog. I got this for $10 at Walmart, and I kind of enjoy it. It's a really enjoyable 2D animated film, and it was like the last one they ever made before they just full-on switched to 3D animation, which isn't bad, but it's 3D animation. National Treasure. I got this for free from Disney Movie Rewards, and I don't regret it, because this was one of those movies I watched as a kid that I really enjoyed, especially for the bonus features on the DVD, where you got to like be like this like clue finder, being like a cryptologist, just being like it was really funny. It wasn't funny, but it was fun. It had cool elements. The sequel is not so good, but I really enjoyed his first movie in a sort of over the top, cheesy early 2000s way. Mulan and Mulan 2. I don't like Mulan 2. I will never ever take that out of the box, but the first Mulan is so fun. I really enjoyed that. Next up is Mother. Now, granted, as you might recall, I wasn't necessarily a big fan of this film when I first saw it, especially with my review of it. But Mother kind of grew on me a bit, kind of like in the way that Hereditary did the same thing. So there's that, and I'm gonna do that. Next up, Meet the Robinsons. I like this film. It definitely has its flaws and its weak points, but I fully like this one. It has a nice heart to it. There's a really good moral lesson to everyone that watches it. I really enjoy it. It's a nice little time travel movie. It's not perfect. Next up is the 4K release of Ant-Man and the Wasp. I got this from Disney Movie Club with this up here, the X-Con patch. I really like it. I might do a cosplay of just being like a security consultant from that company. Just do that. Next up is a really mind-screwingly weird film that has Nick Cage in it, and that's Mandy. Mandy's weird. I watched it a couple weeks ago, and it's such a weird, psychedelic, visually interesting film that has some really good violence in it. Next up, I was surprised this was $20. But Kung Fu Panda Trilogy, this is the 3-movie set. I enjoy pretty much every single one of these movies. Although my favorite has to go to Kung Fu Panda 2. I really enjoyed that film over the other ones. Next up is the 4K edition of The Incredibles 2. I enjoy The Incredibles 2. It's definitely not as good as the first movie, but in terms of everything else, they do some really good stuff with animation, especially the direction for the film. Like, the way the camera moves, the action set pieces are very creative, especially for animation, and I really enjoyed this film. It's not perfect, but I think it does some pretty good stuff. Next up is the Dragons 2-pack. I don't have a single copy of Dragons, or How to Train Dragon, but now I do. I have the first 2 movies from that set. Next up is a Studio Ghibli film called Castle in the Sky. I remember watching this once before in my life, and I don't exactly remember what it's all about. I do remember the trailers for it on VHS tapes I used to have, but I'm definitely gonna check this out. This is what, my 7th Studio Ghibli film I have? Not entirely sure. Last but not second to last, I have Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. What an amazingly fun, dumb movie. I mean, it does have a lot of really cool stuff about it, especially the way it, like, is kind of a flip of the whole horror trope of, like, the rednecks in the woods being bad. Like, these guys are just average Joes. And it's really, I thought it was really fun. I thought it was a really fun take on the whole trope. And last but not least, House of a Thousand Corpses. Rob Zombie's a weird, eccentric filmmaker. Not as weird and eccentric as other filmmakers, but, like, he definitely has his own style. And I kind of dig it. Like, it's not something I personally would do in film, but it's certainly a unique take that probably did not fully, transition well to, say, Halloween, the franchise, when he did his Halloween films. But I kind of enjoy it. So that's all of the Blu Ray pickups I have for the time being. I'll probably do this one again after Christmas. Hopefully. I do have next month during Christmas, I will be doing the 12 films of Christmas, which is kind of like every day from December 13th to the 12th. I'll look at one Christmas related film every day for 12 straight days. And it's going to be very interesting. I'm excited. I can't wait. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.